Don't record. Wait. Okay, let's stop.
Intro time.
¿Y eso no va a ser Bluetooth?
You ready?
Ready.
Cue the music.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Firelink Podcast. Third try.
Third try. Third try to what?
My name is Brenda, and this is Moses.
Hello. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing great, babe. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Awesome.
You know why?
Why?
Because I'm married to you. I'm married to my
Exactly.
significant other.
Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And that's our topic for today.
Is it?
Yeah, finding your significant other.
Nice.
How do you know you're with your significant other, or how to find them?
How did you come up with this topic?
I don't know. People just posting stuff on Facebook. Like, I like talking about what people post on Facebook that I disagree with. So yeah, that's how I came up with this topic.
Nice. Love
But we'll
it.
talk about it along the podcast, what I saw. People post on Facebook that is kind of selfish and dumb, but we'll cover it as we go along. Before we get to
But
there,
it's your opinion fact.
yes, my factual opinion.
Factual opinion.
Hmm.
Of course.
But before we get into that, we did want to thank our fellow followers on Instagram. We finally reached the goal of 200 and more.
Yay!
So thank you very much for the love and support that you have shown us.
I'm pretty surprised because we've started this podcast in January.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good growth.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you very much for helping us reach that stepping stone. Of course, we're here for longer than that. And we're looking forward to the new followers that are going to follow us and start listening to our podcast. We hope that when you listen to our podcast that nothing but value and positivity is what you're getting from us. And let's do a quick IG video.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So we're going to do a quick little story video and then post into our feed. So you probably see that right now in a few minutes. But you won't get to hear this podcast until later. So while you
So-
set that up,
I just want to clarify that as the co-host, now I've been promoted to camera person.
sure, if you say so.
Okay, cool.
So, espérate, hold on.
Oh, okay.
Explain to them what's going to
I
happen.
thought you
for
wanted
them.
to do it now.
So, those of you who have been listening to every episode, you know that, I don't know which episode, but a few episodes back, we promised you that once we hit 200 followers on Instagram, that we'll go ahead and release our first ever podcast that we recorded. So what do we mean by that? Of course, we have our first episode. That's our pilot. But before that, we actually recorded a whole hour-long episode of us just
Blabbing.
blabbing about whatever, getting
Whatever
uncomfortable.
it
And
was.
yeah, we were getting out of our shell and starting into this podcast world. We listened to it and we were just like, no, we need to re-record this.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like, I think I sounded really good, but I don't even remember what we talked about.
We talked about a lot of stuff. It was random. It was
so
super random. It was
much
like there was no structure to it.
I'm so scared.
Like to me, I was very monotone. I was very unemotional. Like
So be prepared for that.
Yeah. But that's the whole point of why we wanted to show you our first episode, to see how we have improved over time from our first ever episode to where we are now. And of course, this is not where we're going to stop. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep getting better. So you're going to see as you follow us and you go along and join us in this journey, you're going to see how we have grown throughout that whole process, which is pretty cool, which is the purpose of the podcast.
Uh-huh.
Because now many podcasts are of people who already have achieved success and then telling people what they should be doing. I guess it's a little bit different when you haven't reached that success yet, but you're on that journey to get in there. So, ready?
So, are we ready?
Are you ready?
What are we recording?
We're going to thank everyone.
Oh, okay.
So you start. You're going to do the intro.
I always gotta start. What's my intro, though?
Like, hey, everyone. Thank you very much for 200 followers.
And then you say something?
Yeah, just say thank you and, yeah.
All right, here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
In 3, 2... I seriously don't think my hands are long enough for this.
You're good. There you go.
Okay, wait, I'm uncomfortable. Hold on. In 3, 2, 1. Ready?
Yeah.
Hey everyone, we just want to say thank you so much to our 200 plus followers.
Thank you very much for following us and showing us your love and support. We appreciate you. We hope you get value from us.
We
And
love
get
you.
inspired and motivated. And yeah, we're recording right now our latest episode, so you stay tuned for that. But we are releasing our first ever episode because we reached that benchmark of 200 followers. So we're gonna release our first ever episode, unedited. You're gonna get to see us be uncomfortable, talk about random stuff.
That makes me uncomfortable.
A very unstructured episode, but you're gonna get to see the difference where we started to where we are now. So it's pretty cool. So stay tuned for that. But thank you very much.
Stay tuned.
Here for 200 more and 200 million more, however many followers are gonna follow us. But hope that we bring value to your lives and inspire you.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
There you go. See?
Wow, I sweated a little bit.
Why'd you sweat a little bit?
I don't know. Videos make me uncomfortable.
Why?
I don't know. Sorry, my throat got a little dry there.
So let's get into our topic here.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah. We didn't really prepare for this topic. I knew the topic, but I'm not sure what we're going to talk about, so.
What do you mean? How to find your significant other?
But, like, what is
Do you
it?
think I'm your significant other?
Well, you are because I'm married to you.
That doesn't mean anything. A lot of people get married. But do you think you married your
So then
significant other?
why do they call them significant others? What's the meaning of significant other?
What does it mean to you?
The person that I married?
Just that?
Yeah, I think so.
Or is it the person that you were meant to be with?
Well, I call that my soulmate.
Oh, okay, well, to me it's the same thing.
Oh, okay. Got it. We're on the same page now.
Are we?
Yes.
Did you just say your significant other is whoever you're married to?
But I didn't know that that's what it meant to you. And if it means that to you, it means that to me.
Doesn't make sense.
I just made it make
Okay.
sense for me right now.
Pues sale, vale. I guess.
So let's talk. What's up?
So what do you mean? What is a significant other to you?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Well, you.
So you think you married your significant other
Yes.
the person
my
you were meant to
soulmate.
be with.
Yes.
for the rest of your life?
Yes.
Okay. How did you find me? How did you know?
I didn't find you.
Or how did you know I was your significant other?
I knew because you are the only man that has made me better. And I prayed so much for that.
Before me or after me?
Before you. I think how can I say this? When people are trying to find love, they don't Like, I don't think that a lot of people know what they want in a significant other.
Yeah.
So when they're trying to
Or they
find,
have like an idea.
yeah, but they don't really know exactly what they want in that person.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're looking for love or they're dating and, whatever, they don't really know what they're looking for. So they find this person and, okay, I like this from this person, but not this so much. Next. You know what I mean? Like they don't really know what they want in a significant other.
Mm-hmm.
That when they're dating someone, they like some stuff, but they don't like other stuff because they don't know what they want. So when I met you,
I was in your significant other. Or at least you didn't think I was your significant other.
I wasn't sure. Well, I really didn't.
didn't.
I didn't really think. I would have never thought
Yeah.
that you were.
Yeah. Like, first of all, we were both not looking. We weren't searching for our soulmate.
At all.
We just stumbled upon each other's lives.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, we had a very rough start. You didn't like stuff that I did. I didn't like stuff you did. We had some stuff that we liked about each other.
But at that point, I already knew what I wanted in a man.
Mm.
I already knew because I had already been praying.
But you didn't want to deal with the bad stuff.
I didn't want to deal with anything.
Exactly.
I just wanted to have fun. If we're being honest, I just wanted to have fun.
I'm not asking you to lie.
But you see, because I was already older.
Yeah.
And I had already had other relationships. So I already knew what I wanted in a man and what I didn't want in a man. Like, I already knew exactly what I wanted. And when you came to the picture, like, it had already been years of me praying. Like, it wasn't from, like, months. Like, it was years of me praying to God. Like, please send me the man I'm supposed to be with. The man that is patient enough to handle me. The man that can make me better. And I mean, I was being selfish because I was asking for someone to make me a better person, but I never thought that I needed to be a better person for you.
And that is why I want to talk about this. Especially because we came from that point to where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
And we grew together.
Yeah.
And I think that's a misconception that people have nowadays. Single people who are looking to start a relationship with someone. And yeah, like basically what I've seen on Facebook is it's regarding like you being with someone who is not, I guess, okay or perfect for you, or like not what, how do you explain this? Doesn't check off everything that you want in a person.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you already have a checklist for a person that I mean, if you're looking for to be with someone and you have the checklist and you check it out, I think you're missing out on a lot, and potentially your significant other, because your significant other is not gonna come perfect. Everyone has baggage, and I saw posts like, if people have baggage, don't deal with them, don't even interact with them, don't waste your energy. I'm like, how are you gonna potentially have a happy relationship if you already expect the person coming in to be perfect?
Yeah.
When first of all, you're not even perfect. And second of all, you don't even know if you're perfect for that person.
Exactly.
So yeah, you might be looking, like that person may check off everything off your list, but what if you don't check everything off their list?
Yeah.
So
Got it.
like to me, seeing those posts was like, well, then you're very selfish, and the point of a relationship is to be with someone and love them unselfishly. Um, so that's why I wanted to talk about this. Like, how can you find your significant other? And in reality, you won't know until you're with them and you've grown together. So, I mean, we talked about our how we started, and it was really rough. We wanted to break up with each other. We were at each other's throats.
Yeah, and like you're saying that about the checklist, I'm 100% sure that if either of us would have done that, we would have never ended up married for
Yeah.
sure. Because like just like I knew what I wanted in a man, like there was some stuff that I didn't want, like someone younger than me. But I wasn't like I mean it bothered me for a little bit.
You were not ageist.
I specifically said somebody not younger than me, but obviously God gives you what you need, not what you want. And
Sas chamaco.
and I had to just put that aside. So I'm pretty sure like stuff like that where if you have a checklist and there's some stuff that is not in your checklist.
I think checklist, if you have a checklist, I think those are locks to a doors of possibilities of what you can have in a relationship. Because if that person, like, if you have a checklist and you have a certain standard, I mean, yeah, have your standards high, but at the same time, be open and view that person that they can meet them. Don't be like, okay, well, you already are not where I want you to be, so why waste my time with you? Because when we started dating each other, like, we were not at this point. Like
I had a huge bag.
We both
baggage.
had our we both had our have our baggage.
You not so much, babe. I gotta say, like, you not so much. At least I don't think so.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
That I know
But
of.
I still had baggage. That's the point. Like, people are like, when you go into a relationship, both of you have baggage. Doesn't matter what, because you both have a past.
Yeah.
So both of you have baggage. You can't expect someone to not come in with baggage. Like, that's it's stupid. It's dumb.
Yeah.
And if you like are the one that throws it away just because someone already has baggage and you don't want to deal with it, then you're not fit to be in a serious relationship. Because a relationship is not a fairy tale. Like, yeah, you can end up being happily ever after, but throughout that course of however long you stay together, there's going to be trouble, there's going to be problems, there's going to be stuff they're going to have to deal with together, and if you're already ready to give it up just because they don't have a quality that you want in them, then you're destined to fail.
But do you think that, like, maybe it's a little bit important for people to have some of the stuff in the checklist?
No, yeah, like,
because like
still,
if you find someone who's not really what you're looking for,
then of course don't be with that person. I'm like,
but see, like like if that would have happened, then we wouldn't be together.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't fit off your checklist. So we wouldn't be together if you kept on with a checklist. So I'm not saying like don't have standards. Of course, have standards.
Of course.
And have morals too.
Yeah.
Like if
I think that's more important. Like you being with someone who has the same values as you do.
Yeah.
And morals and that you do, because that's the beginning of it.
Yeah.
I think. But what were you saying? Sorry.
Like, still have your values and morals, and just look for someone who like fits that criteria. I mean, I guess where you have some similarities that you can connect together, and of course, like, you have your baggage, they have their baggage, and like in the middle meets and work together and grow together. Like, that's the point of a relationship, of you growing together despite your baggage. Like, you're looking to improve each other,
Yeah.
not fight each other and which one's better, which one's right, which one's wrong. Like, it's to grow together. Like, your relationship should come first before anything else.
Definitely.
Like, that's how I would view our relationship. Like, remember that picture I showed you a long time ago? Like, I don't care if I don't know what it said. Like, I don't care if you go out or who you hang around with.
Mm-hmm.
Your actions will show me how much you appreciate our relationship.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I viewed our relationship even from the get go, from us dating, being boyfriend girlfriend. Like, if you cheated, I wouldn't. I would just take it. Okay, well, she didn't value our relationship as much as I did.
Mm-hmm.
Move on.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
It's true. I don't know.
You don't know what?
It's like how is it that people, I think nowadays more like our generation that's growing up is being more like how can I say it? Like the checklist kind of people.
Yeah, they want to have control of
like
everything in their life.
Yeah, like our next generation is very much like that. So I feel like maybe that's why a lot of couples don't want to get married.
Why?
Because then they feel like they don't have the control.
Like they're giving up control?
Yeah.
Or giving up on something?
Uh-huh. Like they're not willing to give that whole...
They're not willing to commit.
Yeah. That whole... Because marriage is huge. Like, marriage is a big thing.
Yeah, you're spending the rest of your life with someone. You're promising to only love someone, like one person, sleep with one person, be intimate with one person for the rest of your life. So it's a huge commitment, but it's the most unselfish commitment you can make.
Yeah, see, and that's when you know, like, I mean, at least for me, that's when I knew. When you start having unconditional love towards your significant other.
Yeah.
When,
like, you do stuff for them without expecting anything
without
in return.
expecting, like, oh, you know, I made you breakfast, you wash the dishes.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's not a give and take.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a give and give.
When you start feeling that way towards the person that you're with, I feel like that's telling you, hey, like, that's your significant other right there, because you love them unconditionally. Just like your kids, like, we love our kids unconditionally and we do stuff for them all the time without expecting them to, say, do stuff for us or acknowledge it, even though it's good for them to acknowledge it, but that's how I knew
that I was your significant other.
Mm-hmm. And I think more, I don't know, I just feel like I grew up different from how
people are growing up nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen those ridiculous posts of girls saying, if you're not 6 feet tall, I don't know, with good hair or abs and I don't know, whatever, then don't even talk to me?
No, I haven't seen it.
No? They're ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's funny because now that it's like boys, because like it happens to be an overweight person who puts that, like, if you're not 6 feet tall, whatever color, certain criteria, then don't even talk to me. And then right under it's like, well, if you're not below 200 pounds, 5'2", or blah blah blah, don't even talk to me either.
Yeah.
It's just
exactly. So then, like, you're never, I think that's why, like, people nowadays don't find their true love.
Yeah, and they end up getting married to whoever they think
Yeah.
is.
Whoever has the whatever they want, the status maybe, or
Mhm.
the good looks, or. And then they end up being in a horrible relationship because they went based on their.
They fell in love with the idea of love.
Yeah. Good job. Yeah, exactly. I think I used to be like that too. Maybe all of us girls.
Yeah, we all went through that.
Like our fairy tale
Like
kind of
when
love.
we started, I wanted to move in with you already. Like not even a year together. You remember?
Yeah. And I was like, I'm not ready.
'Cause I knew.
Because all I wanted was to have fun.
I know.
But that's because I didn't think that you were the one.
Yeah, you never do.
Yeah, like we get too much into our head.
Yeah.
And I know it's okay to like not be so much into feelings because you also got to be, clear-minded of what you're doing and not just go by the feelings, but like I never in my head did I think that you were the one ever.
I don't think I don't like you'll find your significant other once you're already deep into the relationship. Like you already know, okay, this person looks like they're loyal to me. Like they show you all these signs that they want to be with you
Mhm.
for however long they want to be with you, probably forever. And there's no signs of them um, like stepping back or anything like that. They're stepping forward. Then I think that's when you'll know when you've gone through a lot of stuff, I guess, together, and you're still going strong and building each other up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super important.
Yeah, like you won't find your significant other in the first date.
Love at first sight?
No.
No.
I mean, love, but not like significant other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Think so.
Because
No, I know what you mean.
like you can fall in love and fall out of love the next day.
Yeah. That's why they say that love doesn't last. Right?
I guess.
Isn't that why they say that? Like love is not the only thing in a relationship or
Well,
something?
no, there's other stuff, but it all comes together because of love.
Yeah.
But you have to keep working at making each other fall in love over and over and over again.
Yeah. And
That's the
also
thing.
if there's any, like, let's say that this amazing guy or girl, for example,
Hmm.
like you were the most amazing boyfriend, but there was some stuff that I was like, oh my gosh, like when you didn't listen to me.
Still don't.
Exactly. But see, then in that point, it would have been easy for me to like be like, no, I'm not gonna deal with that.
And you did.
And I did, but then.
What did I do? I kept at it.
But see, like I want people to learn from my mistakes.
You turned your back, but I still kept looking at you.
Yeah, but I want people to learn from my mistakes.
And then you look back.
That there was stuff that I was like exactly, because I was already used to people listening to me, guys listening to me, and when you didn't do it, I was like, what's wrong with him? But then afterwards, I realized, well, I've been asking for a person to make me better, and obviously, not listening to me is making me better.
But that's the thing. People have to be open to seeing those signs.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're not open, then of course you're gonna keep with the same mindset of, oh, well, he doesn't listen to me. Why should I even be with him? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, people have to be open, like, oh, okay, okay. I see the positive of him not listening to me.
Yeah.
That's happening to me internally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I don't know. I just feel like, people give up too easily on relationships. Like, they have a bad relationship. Oh, I'm never gonna date again. Single for life.
Single for life. And then they're having fun the next day.
You know what I mean? Like, they have, like, you will have a bunch of bad dates and relationships
Yeah.
to find the good one. Because then you won't know what's good.
And it's unexpected.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't expect each other.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect to see a gorgeous woman in my class that I would fall in love with and then marry 5 years later.
Right.
I'm pretty sure you didn't expect to marry a handsome young man.
Nope. Younger than me for sure. Nope.
Exactly. So your significant other is very much an open book.
Yeah.
Of course, they're going to have some stuff that, like you said, that you like, some stuff that you don't like. But
it's manageable.
Well, not manageable. How do I say this? You can't manage the other person.
No, what I mean is that, like, yeah, you might not like something about that other person, but it's not something that you guys can.
You see signs that you're gonna work out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's something that can get better.
Yeah, you can talk about it and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But that's, I guess that should be the biggest takeaway. Like, don't be, like, first of all, when you're going into a relationship, don't be selfish to the point where if they don't, of course, if it's something super bad, then if it's doesn't correlate with you, then don't be with them. But if it's just something minuscule, and the rest is good, then give it a shot.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then you might miss the opportunity of being with your significant other.
And what do you think about, like, people saying, well, that's a waste of my time? Because nowadays, like, people see past relationships as a waste of time.
What better stuff do you have to do?
What do you mean? Like, nowadays, people think they're very busy. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
So people think they're very busy. So they're
Go
saying,
lie to themselves about that.
They're saying, well, why am I gonna waste my time, like, building on this relationship that might not be my significant other?
Well, if you already think you're wasting your time, then you will be.
Yeah. But then, like, I feel like that also helps you have a better relationship with the, you know what I mean? Like, I think people need to waste their time a little bit.
Not waste it, invest it. Like,
Exactly.
It's a mindset switch.
Exactly. Invest their time into relationships, and even if they're not their significant other, you learned from it, and you become better for when you do find your significant other.
Yeah, you're ready.
You're ready for that person. Because like you said, as much as they have to be ready for you, you have to be ready for them. That's what will make a powerful couple. Right?
And it's not like you'll come perfect to each other. You're still going to have baggage.
Mm-hmm.
But, of course, you're not going to be perfect ever. Because even when you're 90 years into your relationship, there's still going to be some stuff that you both disagree with, because it's two separate people.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's always going to be some stuff that you don't agree with. But when you come together, it's about you growing each other together.
Mm-hmm.
Like you grow yourself, then you grow yourself, and then you come together and you grow together.
Mm-hmm.
You improve together. You become each other's significant other. So it's not like your significant other is going to come to you and say, hey, I'm your significant other. I do this, like with their resume. Like, I have this. I saw that you listed this on Tinder. This is what you're looking for. Blah, blah. I meet all that criteria. I'm your match. No. We're laughing.
That'd be funny. Like, here's my resume. I've seen a movie about that.
Which one?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've seen a movie about, like, resumes for dating.
I've only seen an episode of a show with How I Met Your Mama.
Oh, yeah?
That he went to, like, a relationship counselor or whatever
Uh-huh.
to find his significant match.
Uh-huh.
But here's the key. That significant match already had someone else.
Ooh.
So that's where it comes to, like, okay, that's your significant other based on your criteria, your checklist. But you're not their significant other based on their list.
Wow. Yeah.
Boom. Like, you're not going to be a perfect match at the beginning. And you're not going to be perfect either way. Like, you're just not going to be you're going to be a good match, but it's like there's still some growth that has to be done together.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to go through some stuff that's going to help you grow. Like, if you see through it together, then you're going to grow together. But if one person is like, I don't want to deal with them more, I'm out, then they lose out
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
of what that relationship could have been.
I mean, I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I just feel like they're just very stubborn.
I think people just have to be open.
Yeah, so, I mean, if anybody that just feels like they haven't found,
Or that they're struggling to find. Like,
yeah.
just go out there and meet people. Like, from...
Make connections.
Yeah, because however old you are right now to the point that you die, one thing that's for certain, you're going to meet people.
Yeah.
Unless you just get locked up in a dungeon with no human interaction possible. It's impossible for you not to meet people. When you go to the store, you meet a cashier that's new. You say hi. They say hi back. You met someone new.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about, like, when they say to marry your best friend?
To marry your best friend?
Uh-huh. Because, like, nowadays, best friends are usually a guy and a girl. Like, or, you know, girls have a guy
I'll
best
marry
friend.
my best friend.
But you were my best friend in the beginning.
Exactly.
We became best friends.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about, like, people that have that best friend?
I mean, if it works out in a relationship. Like, the reason why they don't want to move that step forward is because they're afraid they're going to lose that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because now they're serious, or now they're going to start being boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever.
And everything that comes with it. That doesn't come with a friendship.
Yeah. The difference between best friends and relationship in the middle is that commitment. Because even though you're best friends, you still have an out. There's no commitment there. Like, oh, if he parts ways, like, okay, cool, I wish him luck, blah, 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 bye-bye. But when you go into that commitment, into being loyal to each other and being in a relationship with each other, that's a whole different game.
But do you think that would work out.
I mean, if they're willing to go through that threshold of commitment, then yeah. Why
Because
not?
it's two people that already know each other, like, you know.
Yeah. I think any relationship can work as long as both parties are willing to put in the time and commitment and willing to grow together to make it work.
I'm shaking my head like, yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, but they can't see me or hear me.
Like, that's why, like, before I was against online relationships. 'Cause- Why are you laughing?
You were against online relationships?
Like, for me personally, like, for me to...
Yeah, because there's
find-
people that it has worked for them.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying now. Whether you meet them online, in person, they're your best friend for years. Like, any relationship can work if you're both willing to commit and grow together to make it work.
I think another thing that might help is that when you go into a relationship, give it your all.
Yeah. It's 100.
Uh-huh.
It's not 50-50.
Uh-huh. Like, don't expect to, like, let's say that you're like, oh, but I give it my all the time and he or she doesn't give me anything. Then...
You're not in control to what they do.
Exactly. And you're not having that unconditional love. Because you're expecting that other person. Because I feel like if they're your significant other, then they will maybe, like, not give you 100, but to them it might be 100. But if they're not, then that's kind of a sign where you know that's not my significant other.
And I think it is huge, and it's of huge importance to take your relationship serious, whether you just are together, boyfriend, girlfriend, whether you're looking to spend the rest of your life together, like be married, or whatever. It's very serious because if you plan to be with that person forever until the end of your days, then that's commitment until the end of your days. You're gonna have to commit all the way through there. Like, it's not like once you make him fall in love with you, you're in and you have to stop. No, it's a constant work of giving them reasons to be in love with you. Filling their love tank.
Yeah. That's why it's so important to know each other's love language.
Yeah. Like, just because they're in love with you doesn't mean you have a ticket in. They can fall out of love with you. And some people might think, well, if they loved me, they wouldn't fall out of love with me.
What?
If they truly loved me, they will love me forever.
They love me for who I am.
Yeah.
Who
Like-
does that sound like?
You. And it's true they will love you for who you are, but at the same time, that, like, you saw me as a better version of me, of who I was at the time. And I saw you as a better version of you.
I don't know.
What?
What? Okay.
I saw you.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm saying.
Not that I was, but you saw me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were going somewhere else with this.
I was. I lost my train of thought because you were like,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But you
But-
did.
Yeah, like, when you go into a relationship, you see the best versions of each other. So that's what you want that person to meet. But you have to realize that they have to grow to become that person. Like, it's a process. It's not like, hey, this is what I see in you. Make sure you do that.
Like me. I wanted it yesterday.
Yeah. It's a process.
Yeah.
It's a growth. You have to be willing to go. It's like they say, you have to be willing to go through the suck to get success.
Who says that?
I don't know. I did. I heard it somewhere or read it somewhere.
But when you, like you say, that you become a better you and they become a better them, and then you meet in the middle and grow up together, that's also part of it, of you, like you said, you see a better version of each other, or a better version of them, so you also like can help
help each other grow.
Like help them become better. Don't think that it's gonna just be them and they, like he needs to work on himself and I see the better person in him, but he needs to do it. Like, you also need to help him or her get to that point.
Yeah. Because you can't force them.
Yeah, like you can't force them, but if they are willing to, help. Don't just leave it up to them. And you become the better person.
Help each other.
Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but
yeah, like for example,
like it makes sense to you, but I don't know if it's gonna make sense to them.
Yeah, just think of something that you don't do, and you don't want the other person doing, but they do it. Like you can't say like, "Oh, I don't do it, so you don't do it because I don't like it." Does that make sense?
No.
Like, can I be open about our past?
Like what?
Completely open.
Sure.
Sure?
I think so.
Like...
Oh, like you not going out, but me going out?
No.
Oh.
Like you going out to do what?
Drink.
Okay, and I didn't.
Uh-huh.
Right? I didn't for a certain reason and still don't do it.
Because you were underage.
Girl, I had my past. But I stopped doing it for certain reasons.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted you to stop doing it, but I didn't push it on you.
Yeah.
But every time we went out together, I wouldn't drink. You and your friends would. You would judge me. Like all of you and your friends would judge me. I would stand my ground.
They know who they are. Just kidding.
Yeah. Like I would stand my ground. Like, yeah, I just don't like to drink. I don't see the point of it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't see the point of it. What's the point of alcohol? I like to have fun, okay.
But you used to drink.
Yeah, I used to. I'm saying I had my past. I used to drink. I used to.
But you, like, yeah, I understand. Like, you didn't want me to do it, but you never like forced me.
Yeah, I never took the bottle away from you.
What
like
bottle?
I'm not saying you were an alcoholic. You were just you just engaged in that activity that I didn't want you to do. But I didn't like. Oh, don't do it. I even handed you bottles. Or got you drinks.
You did.
Because it's you. I mean, it's you. You enjoyed it. Keep at it.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah. But slowly, you saw the benefit of...
Not drinking.
Not drinking. So you yourself came to the conclusion of not drinking. It wasn't because of me. I didn't give you talks. I didn't give you interventions. Or anything like that.
Yeah. I was willing to stop.
Yeah. Because you saw it for you. Mm-hmm. Not because I made you see it or forced you to see it. Mm-hmm. Or talked you into it or sold you into it.
Yep. And even now, like, because, that period of where, I couldn't drink anyway because I was pregnant and breastfeeding. But, like, I still, even after, I still didn't, like, we would have maybe a glass of wine or whatever. And then I would be like, oh, like, I don't like this feeling. I don't know how I ever did. Like, how I ever... But it was, like, it was that moment of that's
Clarity.
those yeah, like those are things that we did together, but like you said, you didn't force it on me. So I never like had, how do you say it? Like
Pressure.
no. Like I never had that gosh, it's there but I can't say it. I don't know what it, you know what I mean? Like because you didn't force me
Mm-hmm.
and I stopped on my own, I didn't have that I don't know. Jeez. This is terrible.
Well, moving on.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Kind of.
What?
Because you came to that conclusion on your own, you didn't have. Did you catch that? I said
You didn't say anything. Like grudge, kind of. It's not grudge, but like resentment or
Against me?
yeah. Do you know
Like
what I
you
mean?
made me stop drinking.
Exactly. Like you can't make your significant other or that person stop doing things that you don't like. Because then if they do,
They'll resent you for it.
uh-huh.
Of course, if
And-
it's horrible and it harms you, then
Yeah, but then even though that person is still gonna, like, it's not gonna work.
mm-mm.
Like, even though, like, we know, okay, if you're in a relationship where somebody else is doing harm to themselves in whatever way, and you want them to stop, you can make them, even if it's for their own good. Because if they don't want to stop, it's gonna, that relationship's not gonna go anywhere. Because they have to want it for themselves.
Mm-hmm. I think that's where very strong relationships form. Like when someone is in trouble, that other person, yeah, they help them get out of trouble, but they stick with them through the trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you like, let's say I was a drug addict, and you stuck with me through my addiction and through my recovery and now my soberness, then I guess in the end we will be stronger because we went through some serious stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
And we growed together.
Mm-hmm.
We grew. We growed. That's not even a word.
You growed.
That's not even a word. We grew. We grew together.
In Moy's vocabulary,
We growed.
growed. What's the meaning of growed?
Growing together. We grew together.
I am Groot. Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, I guess the key points of this topic is be open to any type of relationship because it can lead you anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Be open to interacting with people.
Just be open.
I'm not saying go sleep
minded.
around and stuff. Like, no, just be emotionally open. Because sleeping around is just being physically open. That's it. And no.
No.
I guess with that, if you do that, then I guess you're trying to fill a hole through physical actions.
That you don't have
Mm-hmm.
emotionally.
And no, you have to be emotionally open to being in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, be emotionally open to interactions with people, and
Don't give up.
yeah, don't worry about whether you find your significant other or not. If they're out there, they'll stumble upon you, because you never know. You never know. Maybe that guy that, like, where's that movie? Good Luck Chuck. Remember, Good
No.
Luck Chuck. That the moment that you slept with that guy, the following day you'll find your Significant Other?
No, I never saw that movie.
I was younger. Very young.
Wow.
Like, young enough to not be watching it.
Yeah.
So his service was sleep with me and you'll find your significant other the next day. Like, it's not going to happen that way.
Imagine.
Like, yeah, you just have to be emotionally open to meeting people, dating people, if anything.
Yeah, and like if you're ready to be in a committed relationship but you haven't found that person, then better yourself first so that you can be the better version of yourself for your significant other.
Yeah, because maybe your significant other is who you think it is, or who you see yourself with in your mind. It could be someone way better.
Mm-hmm.
And more than likely it is.
But maybe I don't want to say you're not good enough, but you're not
Open enough.
Yeah.
And you also have to improve. Like, you have to make yourself better to get there. But yeah, anything else you want to add on that topic?
I don't think so.
No? Sale vale. Well, thank you very much for listening, guys.
Hopefully it helps somebody.
Yeah.
Like anybody
their
out
head.
there that has
Those people who put those
their channel.
those memes on Facebook.
Tag them. Just kidding.
Yeah. Tag them.
Like, this recording is especially for you guys.
It's an exclusive.
An exclusive.
This will only be released to you.
You'll be tagged on the next post.
Vale, vale. But hopefully this helps you guys find your significant other.
Yeah, so thanks so much for listening and following us and subscribing and everything. Again, Fire Lane Podcast. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Anchor,
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. We look forward to you listening to the next one.
Yeah, and we can't wait to hear from you guys. So thank you so much. Till next time.
Bye.